Right, back in. Okay. Good lord. Got myself another cup of tea and just looking out the windows. It's bloody dark already. It's like, thing is, it's the height of winter now, so it's not even 4:45. Well, it is 4:45, I should say, rather. But it's already friggin' so dark, and it's just that kind of depressing time of year, really. Right, what we need to do is, I think, go back and try and get that crate from before, and try and identify where some others are as well, because we basically need to get high. Not literally. Well, literally, actually, no. Not get high as in drug addle ourselves, but yes. Allow me to rephrase that before I end up sounding like a complete oddball. So, yeah, we need to just identify where some more crates are actually located. Alright, keep going. So there's the big building with the tarpaulins. Okay. But we've been there. Okay, just keep going in this direction then, heading north towards the marker on the compass. So, whilst I'm here, and whilst I'm sort of on a bit of a roll... Oh yeah, that was the building with the crane. We've been there. Don't need to go up there again. What was I saying? Whilst I'm on sort of a roll, talking about Doctor Who, I'm going to keep yammering about that because I can. Because the thing is... So I've talked about, obviously, the Sylvester McCoy era of Doctor Who, and I was talking a bit about, more modern New Who, and how, from the sort of David Tennant era, I just started to find it a bit farcical at times. I think, as is the case often with many series, eventually you do reach a point, probably, where you sort of outgrow a series, and you end up kind of losing interest in it. And I imagine, with me, that's probably part of what happened. But yeah, like I say, I really did feel sometimes that from time to time it just started to get a bit silly, Okay, this definitely is where we want to go. Now I've figured it out. Do we go like this? Yes, we do. So yeah, New Who, it occasionally had moments where I couldn't take it too seriously. So there was the Mark Warren episode, like I mentioned a moment ago, with freaking Peter Kay as the Absorbaloff and the fucking blowjob joke at the end of it, which was so silly. It was so ridiculous. But there were other ones as well. And, one aspect of David Tennant's tenure also that just didn't really do it for me was when Catherine Tate was Donna Noble, one of his companions. No disrespect to Catherine Tate as an actress, she can act, but I just couldn't really take her character too seriously, and for me sometimes there were just times where, again, it got a little bit farcical. Especially like the first episode where she actually becomes his companion, not the Christmas special where it was the Runaway Bride. It was the episode where basically they had the alien fat monsters, whoever they were. I don't really know how to describe them, to be honest, because it was a bit fucking weird. But yeah, that was quite something. That was, and yeah, that episode I just remember being. I was looking at it, I was thinking, what am I watching here? It's so weird and ridiculous. But yeah, eventually, there came a point where eventually I did just stop watching Doctor Who, and that was after the first season of Matt Smith's tenure as the Doctor, because Matt Smith, of course, he became the 11th Doctor. And again, I sometimes feel like with Doctor Who, they have so many interesting ideas, but sometimes the execution just, I don't know, for me, sometimes oh god, is that where I want to go? Hold on, let me just look. Yeah, no, there's a shiny around there, hold on. We're going to go and get that. But yeah, I feel like sometimes the execution leaves a bit to be desired, and like I say, sometimes I feel like episodes are a bit hit and miss. And the thing is, I haven't seen any of the Peter Capaldi or Jodie Whittaker series. That looks like the box over there, but was there a shiny round here? I think there was. Was it here? Oh, was it round? Oh, maybe I saw things, I don't know. Oh no, shiny's over there. Okay. Oh, well, hang on. Do you want to go around and get that first before we get the box? I think we probably do. Hold on. Hold your horses, everyone. We'll do that. I hope the music's not too loud, by the way. You should still be able to hear me okay, right? I hope so, because I'm certainly recording this all in one go. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to go across here first. Get this before I go over there. Which we'll do. That's fine. Alright, go and get the shiny. Get a bit more city story stuff. Okay. So it's like green waves, I guess. 39. I imagine it'll all come together. Though, having said that, I don't know if we'll necessarily get the entirety of... Ooh. Well, there's probably something actually up above us, isn't there? Over here, if there's a way up this way. Okay, hold on. Let me just see. There's bound to be something up here, right? What is it? What are we looking for? Anything? Oh, you go down here, maybe? Ah, into this corner, I guess. Yeah, there's a shiny. Okay, I did see a shiny round here before. There you go. It's like the moon over the waters. Let's see, right. Let's go back to the crate and we'll get that done. As we do. And in fact, actually, no, before we do that, whilst we're up here, let's just get that. Is that just a shiny? No, that's a boat upgrade part. Which is not bad. There's got to be something around we can look for. Like something with this big friggin' office block up here, maybe. Jesus, an even bigger office block beyond it. Good lord. Nothing on there, maybe? Or... what we need to do is just explore more of the map. That's what we need to do here. Go towards maybe that boat upgrade and see if there's anything over in that direction. Alright, well, how do we get down? Over this way. So yeah, what was I saying on the subject of Doctor Who? So I haven't watched any of Peter Capaldi or Jodie Whittaker's stuff, really. In fact, the only thing I've watched from Jodie Whittaker's tenure as Doctor Who was a Christmas special featuring the Daleks in it. And I always remember, in the run-up to... I can't remember which year that was. That might have been Christmas 2020, actually, that special. But in the run-up to it, like the trailers for it made out like it was going to be so action-packed and awesome. It was going to be an absolute rip-roaring ride. But in practice, I kind of felt like it wasn't like that at all. It was just, again, a bit farcical, trying to be a bit of a soap opera. And just, yeah, it just didn't do it for me. And it felt like it's something that was actually really aimed at 5-year-olds. Which I get it, you know, Doctor Who... It's meant to be a bit of a family show, but... still, I feel like they can be a bit edgier at times. Make things a bit more action-packed. Okay, you got bug repellent, that's good. How's he doing? Not good by the looks of it. What do we need next? Who knows? So, of course, returning to the topic of conversation at hand. You know, when it comes to Doctor Who, again, you know, I am a fan of some of the classic Doctor Who stuff, so some of the pre-1980s material. Because I used to have quite a few DVDs of, like, Third Doctor era, so that's in the 1970s with John Pertwee. He had some good serials, with, like, the Sea Devils and the Autons and stuff like that. You know, everyone sort of probably asks, you know, what's your big sort of Doctor Who monster? The one thing that scared you as a kid from Doctor Who? Clean Taco's wound, so we need something like antiseptic or something, I guess. So yeah, everyone sort of wonders, you know, what's the one Doctor Who monster that may well have like scared you when you were a kid or something like that? And so, you know, some people obviously were terrified by things like the Cybermen, or the Daleks, or the Sea Devils, the Silurians, stuff like that. For me personally, it was the Autons. And so, for anyone who doesn't know who or what the Autons were, the Autons were basically like plastic alien creatures. Oh, there's a shiny up there. I wonder if we can climb up here by the looks of it. Yes, we can. Let's go and get that whilst we're here. So the Autons, the idea was that they were like plastic alien drones that were controlled by, I think it was called the Nestine consciousness, something like that. But typically they take the form of like shop window dummies, but they have like guns concealed in their hands. And I remember the first time the Autons ever appeared in Doctor Who was in one of John Pertwee's serials. It was like Spearhead from Space, I think it was. I think it was actually the first episode actually featuring John Pertwee in it as the Doctor. Third Doctor, that is. And yeah, there was a scene in that where it was like a street, and everyone's in the street, they're all kind of unsuspecting, unaware that something bad is about to happen. And so basically then there's like a shot of this shop front, there's all like these plastic... Oh god, there was something there then. What was that? Is that a boat thing? Yeah, it is. That's 2 of them actually now we could go for. So yeah, there was like a shop with all these sort of plastic mannequins in it, and suddenly they like judder and then they like come to life. And it's really creepy, because of course they're hostile, and they've got like these really horrible faces as well, I remember. I just sort of remember them having. Ah, there it is. It's right there. Got that. Lovely. Very good. Okay, let's go around this way. Is there anywhere we can get up around here? Aha, skyline things. That's probably somewhere we can go, isn't it? Hold on, is the... Well, the other upgrade is round there. Well, we can go back for that if need be. But yeah, in the scene from Spear... well, it might have been Spear from Space. I think there were 2 serials that John Pertwee did where the Autons actually appeared, now that I think about it. But basically, there was a scene in one of them where, yeah, the Autons basically... They're in a shop and they sort of come to life, and then they like break out the window and they march down the street, and basically they kill a lot of people. Just like shoot them down. Skyline condos. And yeah, something about that scene spooked me as a kid, and they were very much the monster, the one Doctor Who monster that freaked me out, that freaked young me out. So there you go, a little bit about me there. But the thing is, like, I know there's a lot of people out there who have like phobias and fears of things like shop window dummies and mannequins, things like that. Because, you know, Lord knows there's probably a lot of horror games out there that use mannequins as monsters. I wouldn't say I've never had like a fear or a phobia of mannequins or anything like that. But I can see why people would, because, yeah, they're creepy, because it's that Uncanny Valley type thing, isn't it? You know? For anyone who doesn't know what the Uncanny Valley is, it's basically like a phenomenon where you have something that looks almost human, but not quite, and as a result you get that sort of like creepy feeling around it when you look at it. It looks like there's a couple of paths. There's a way up, which probably will take us towards the box, if there is one up here. But there might be another path over this way, by the looks of it, that may take us to some shinies. I don't know. We'll have a look. But yeah, the Uncanny Valley, of course, you know, it's a classic sort of horror thing. A lot of horror monsters tap into. So whether that's things like robots, mannequins, clowns, certain types of, you know, design of alien, things like that. So there, yes. So if that's something that, you know, if you're a designer of horror monsters, if you can tap into that, sometimes you can generate a very good effect. A very spooky effect, even. Yeah, look, there's a friggin' shiny over there. That's good. Okay, and looks like there's a way up as well. But, God, yeah, I've really rambled about, you know, Doctor Who, haven't I, over the course of this series so far. Which I'm sure people are enjoying. At least those of you who are watching this game, anyway. I don't know what the viewing figures are going to be like for this. Probably not that great, but you know what? I've said it many times before, and I'll say it again. I don't really play games with the sort of intention of getting big views. I play games because I enjoy playing them, and that's good enough for me. Is there something inside this building over here? There might be a shiny. Let's have a look. Aha, there is something in there. Well worth a check, as you can see. Oh, is there something else there? Or is that just lighting? That might have just been the lighting. It's like a fish creature. What is that? City Story, number 50. Okay. Okay, we're getting a few, but there's still a lot that we haven't found. Maybe what I should do whilst I'm up here, actually, is do this. So you can spot anything. Not over there, we can't. That is a lot of fucking... Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, is it a lightning storm? Oh. Hello, hello. Something over there. That's a crate. Okay, right, that's good. That's another place for us to go. And there's something down there. What's that? More boat parts. And a shiny by the looks of it over there. That's good. You see, we're revealing things on the map. That's good. Okay, let's move on. Got to keep going. It's getting dark. In-game and IRL. Good lord. Hope you can see everything, ladies and gents. Okay, go over here and up. You know, whilst we're playing this game, because obviously a big part of this game is sailing in your boat to go to various places to find things. So earlier in the playthrough, I mentioned Windbound, as a game, which I have on Steam and which I would love to play. So Windbound, I mentioned before, is it has kind of like a sort of Legend of Zelda vibe to it, but it involves a lot of sailing around. Hence why, you know, people have said it has kind of Wind Waker vibes to it. And Wind Waker is a game which I never played myself, but I remember a cousin of mine had the original Wind Waker on the GameCube, and I remember watching him play a bit of it. And of course, Wind Waker, you know, was a very distinctive game. Had a very distinct look to it. So that was certainly interesting. And of course, eventually, you know, it got a HD re-release. That game did. It's just a shame that there's no PC port of it, because that's a game that I would love to play. Because I've never played any Legend of Zelda stuff before. Which is unfortunate, because, like I say, there's probably some real interesting games there, which would be great to, you know, get my hands on. Oh, no, I don't want to go there, I want to go this way. Nope, stop, stop. Don't jump up, thank you very much. There's got to be a way to climb up somewhere around here. I've got to find it. But, so yeah, I mentioned Windbound, and that's definitely a game that I want to play on the channel at some point. There's also a game which I don't actually have, but which I've seen on, I think it's EA Origin. What was it called? It's called The Sinking City. It was a Lovecraft-themed game, and there's a bit of, like, sailing mechanics involved in that one. Is that... Oh no, it's a shiny. Ah, but there might be a crate around here somewhere. The higher up we go, by the looks of it. Alright, get that. Nice. Is there anything to look at? No, not down there. Oh. Down there. That's a shiny by the looks of it. Okay. Anything else? God, there's big buildings in the background, though. We can't really see over there. I think we have to go over here, through the long grasses. But yeah, The Sinking City looks like a game that's right up my alley, so I'll have to have a look and see how much it costs at some point. And basically it's an RPG. It's set in a kind of fictional town that probably is sort of loosely based on Innsmouth a bit, whilst at the same time being maybe its own kind of setting, its own kind of unique original setting, that is. So yeah, it looks interesting. It's got obviously those Lovecraftian themes of, you know, creatures from the depths, elder gods, stuff like that. So it looks very, very interesting, even if it does look like it kind of reuses assets a lot of the time, but you know me, I do like my Lovecraft-themed games. Alright, here we go. Got something else for Taku. Okay, definitely looks like she's getting blotchier. Her skin, at least, is getting sort of blotchier and blotchier, which is a little alarming. And these guys are getting bigger and bigger in number. What is the deal with you lot? You're all over the clock tower. You better not have been messing with my little brother here. Yeah, it definitely feels like the blotches on her... Oh my god, yeah, they're getting a lot worse. You're turning into a marine life form there, girl. Still don't know your name. Is he the last human? Something like that, maybe? Okay, so this story is pieced together. So is that us now setting out to sea and there's a storm? Okay. It's a good question. Wonder what we have to find next. So we're doing well in terms of finding things so far, because I think we're about somewhere maybe around or just under halfway in terms of all the crates that can be found. It's probably quite a big map, this, isn't it? Alright, what do we need to find next?
Need to be close.
Stitch up the wound. Okay. Can't see the dudes up there, but that's probably for the best. Right. There's a crate off to the west. God, look how much of this city I have just not really actually explored. I need to do some sailing. That's what I need to do. Okay. So, right to the west. So we want to flip ourselves right round. We do. Want to go like this. Here we go. Oh, there's the whale over there. There's actually... Oh, I see you, my friend. What are you doing up there? Are you hiding anything? Huh, there's a landing point sort of right there, which clearly is somewhere we haven't been, because otherwise it would be on the map. Ah, there's a shiny right there straight off the bat, isn't there? Okay, hold on. Let me just get that. Boom. Is that like yellow skyscrapers or something? Ah, okay. Do we want to go... where do we want to go? Here? Over this way, perhaps? Can we sort of get across there? No. There's probably a suitable climbing location somewhere in here, I would imagine. Maybe it is back across here. Maybe we can, like, climb up one of these pillars, or... But one of these window things, or... No? Maybe just check, because you never know. Okay, actually, maybe not. No, I don't think... Maybe there's another landing point somewhere, who knows. Just gotta find something, that's all. Okay, back in the boat. We are facing west, so we're going to go up this way a bit. That is fine by me. Let me use this for a second. Oh, there we go. Right, over this way. We'll find a through point somewhere, I think. Like here, maybe. Oh, wow. Look at that site. That's a big factory chimney or something there. Oh. Is that where we want to go? Probably not, but having said that, there is stuff there I can see shining, calling to me from the distance. Maybe we'll go on this one. Atlas Island, is that what it's called? There's probably a landing area. Let's have a look. Somewhere around the edges. Well, there's got to be a way onto it, because there's stuff shining on it that I just saw. Aha, here it is. You see? Maybe something I can use up there. Yeah, probably will be. Atlas Island. See the gargoyles at the corners. Okie doke. Right, up we go. Where are we headed? Up here. Alright, straight up. There's probably a climbing point somewhere. Around... Oh, over here maybe? Is there like a drop point? No, there isn't. It's just very overgrown. Oh, here. Okay, never mind. Couldn't even see. I wasn't even using my eye holes. Ye's got a look there, Red. Good lord. Right, so once we find a crate on here, we'll get our telescope out again and just have a look. Have a little look-see. We have to go this way, by the looks of it. Up here, maybe? Can we jump over there, or...? No, that's too far. That's not going to work, is it? Or maybe we want to go... up. Alright, up. It wants us to go up. That's what it wants us to do. See? I've got to pay attention to the shimmy ledges. That's what I've got to do. Otherwise, I'm going to buzz this up. Right, there's a climb-up point. Is there a way to drop down, though? Oh god, it's raining. Okay. Well, you don't really want to be out at sea whilst it's raining, do you? Otherwise, there's an exposure risk. Okay, up you go. And shimmy. There we are. Okay. Oh god. Here we are. And I think we go up, don't we? Onto here, right? Oh, there's a way up or there's a way down. Oh, this probably enables us to get the shiny, so let's do that. Because why not? Alright, down here. What was I going to say? So earlier I talked about Doctor Who, right? And I was just sort of thinking as well about other TV series out there which either I have watched or I haven't watched but would like to watch. So there's a couple of series actually that, come to think of it, which I would like to maybe get into or try out and see how good they are. Which I just need to get around to doing. And one of those series is Star Trek. Now, Star Trek, of course, has quite a following to it and all that. And the thing is, obviously there's a lot of sub-franchises within Star Trek. So obviously you have like the original series, and of course there's like the Next Generation back in the 90s, which is the one that I kind of remember most of all, because that was around about the same time, of course, when I was a kid. Next Generation back in the 90s, and I can remember my parents watching a lot of that. And you know, I always think if I was to watch Star Trek, I'd probably want to watch the Next Gen, because there's a lot in there that looks kind of enjoyable, like interesting characters, whatever else have you. But I'm sure there are other elements of Star Trek, the franchise as a whole, which are quite interesting, because you know, my old man, he I do sometimes catch him whenever I'm visiting up north. I do sometimes catch him watching a lot of, like, Star Trek the original series. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff over there. Okay, let's get all that. Here we are. And the thing is, like, you know, Star Trek the original series was from the 60s, so, you know, whenever I've caught glimpses of the show, it kind of occurs to me how dated a lot of things are. Just like in terms of attitudes towards women, stuff like that. And so yeah, it's a bit cringy in that respect sometimes, but I'm sure, you know, if you can sort of get past that, I'm sure it has good storylines to it, and great characters. Alright, we've got something to stitch up his wounds, that's good. Okay, yeah, we're definitely over halfway. It looks like there's only 3 more crates to get, which is interesting. These guys are massing. So Star Trek definitely something I want to check out, but Next Generation in particular is what I'd probably be interested in, because, like I say, that's got some interesting characters by the looks of it to it. So obviously Jean-Luc Picard, played by Patrick Stewart. They have other characters like Worf and Data, and Geordie LaForge and Riker and all these, Beverly Crusher and Wesley Crusher and Councillor Troy, etc, etc. But another TV series, actually from America, that I do remember, again, seeing bits of it in the 90s, because that was when it was on the air, which I never really watched, of course, as a kid, because probably my parents probably thought I was too young for it, and Lord knows I probably was, but which I can, again, remember clips from. That's a bit unsettling. What are you doing? Oh. Are they in her imagination? Are they not real? Weird. Need to stop the infection, you probably need medicine or antibiotics for that. Okay, well the story is gradually taking shape. I wonder if it'll let us kind of review all this. Once we get through, you see there's only 3 more rows to actually do. I wonder if that is indeed the end point of the game, once you've filled in their story, perhaps? Right, so we want to head sort of northwest of our current position, and, you know, try and get more of the map. Probably also want to explore to the sort of southeast as well, because we haven't really gone over there. Okay, right. Stop the infection, that's correct. Okay, ground here. What was I saying? I was talking about another series which I remember back in the 90s, seeing bits of, even though my parents would never really let me watch it because it was probably too spooky, and that was the X-Files. You know, old Agents Mulder and Scully, investigating the paranormal and the weird. Ah, another animal. 5 of 8, there we go. It's a bit like Beyond Good and Evil, that, isn't it? Finding all the animals. Just a little anecdote. So yeah, X-Files is a series which, as an adult, I look back on and I think, you know, it probably would be interesting actually to watch that and see if that's any good. Because I'm sure that has plenty of interesting stuff to it. Because the thing is, like, I vaguely remember stuff like, ooh, there we go, another landmark, some sort of radio tower, the net to the sky, there we are. Yes, I remember obviously X-Files was a lot about like aliens, stuff like that, and conspiracy. And there was, but you know, every so often it would have like Monster of the Week episodes, things like that. And I remember there was one, was he called Victor Toombs? Who was like a serial killer who could like, not shapeshift, but could like stretch his limbs and things like that. Weird stuff like that just sounds really fascinating, basically. Okay, actually, we need to be, I think, over at this building, by the looks of it. It looks like there might be a landing point over there. So yeah, X-Files is definitely a series that I want to pick up sometime. I don't know when, but who knows. Something that's definitely a long-term aim, perhaps. Cantref Steel. Here we go. Let's do this. You know, this game is lending itself very nicely to my usual sort of rambling conversations where I just talk about random shit, which is great, you know. Because, you know, gameplay-wise, this game is what it is. I won't say there's anything particularly special to it. You just sort of explore, which is fine, you know. Not every game needs to necessarily have sort of revolutionary game-breaking mechanics to it. Looks like there might be a route to a shiny or something over this way, because that just goes up. Let's see. Let's just see where this leads over here. We'll go up, don't we? Yeah, we do. So, yeah, the gameplay is what it is in this, and what it is something that is functional and enjoyable, I guess. But, you know, I'll be honest, I'm playing this really for the visuals more than anything else, I do think, and for the fact that, you know, it does look very pretty, and it's just intriguing. Because, you know, if you're a game designer out there, you don't necessarily need to try and do something incredibly over the top in order to impress me. At the end of the day, focus on making a kind of functional game that works and has decent, engaging gameplay. and then, you know, think about special things to add on from there, perhaps. Suddenly this has turned into game design advice with Red, because Lord knows you should definitely take a gaming advice from me. Me, old Red, who is not a professional game designer or anything. I have no experience in developing games, nothing of that sort. And yet here I am, giving you all tips and things like that. Lord knows it's not the first time. There we are. Right, is there a way up from here? Yes, there is by the looks of it. So we just need to find the right path. I came up that ladder, but there's a thing over here. God, the fucking insects. Buzzing like crazy, aren't they? Along here, down, and then across, I think? Oh no, or down, and further still, that's right. Let's go this way. And over. Lovely. We need to drop down, hold onto the shimmy ledge, then up by the looks of it. I think, yeah, and then over here. Music's pretty good though in this game, isn't it? Have to say that. Certainly helps to liven up the atmosphere a bit. So the devs have definitely put some effort into that, which is pretty good. I quite like it. Oh, careful. Up we go. Right, there's got to be a crate. Well, I say got to be, there is one, because I think this is the right building, isn't it? Yeah, there is a crate on this building. Got to remember just to use our telescope, though, before we get it, so that we can try and identify any other locations. We can identify some from up here, though. I don't know. Oh, that's more boat propeller parts. We've seen a lot of them, but we haven't really been picking all of them up, which is fine, because we don't necessarily need to, because they're probably optional. Where are we going? Down this ladder? Oh, God. Whoa, Jesus. You freaking zip down that one there, didn't you? Old girl. Alright, we're going this way? Possibly. Let's see. God, this does remind me so much of, like, Cloud Gardens. To play, that is. There we are. 23 or 60. So we're not even at half of those, the City Story ones, but... who knows? Maybe we'll be able to piece together the story of this place. Then again, maybe we won't. I don't know. Is there somewhere here for me to grab on, or do I just have to go back up? I think by the looks of it, I just have to go back up. There's probably another way around here somewhere, if we can find it. Assuming I don't now need to take a huge detour back to where I was before. Oh, there's a drain pipe here, we can climb up this. There we go, see, there is another route. Lovely. Okay, round here? Yeah. The crate's usually always at the highest point of these buildings, which makes sense from a game design standpoint, doesn't it? Wouldn't make much sense really if the crates were sort of very low down or whatever. Yeah, we need to go this way, careful. Yeah, down. Hold on, shimmy. That's how you do it. Then we can get up here. That's what we want to do. Okay. And up. And up. You know, something interesting I just thought, because I've been commenting a lot on how, you know, parkouring about in this game often does remind me of, well, you know, like Assassin's Creed, stuff like that. And that means, you know, people probably out there hearing that are probably thinking, you know, have you ever played any Assassin's Creed games before, Red? And yes, I have, you know. Because the thing is, my friend Phil, he's obviously a big fan of the Assassin's Creed games. He's played quite a few of them. And, you know, whenever I'm back up north, I always like to visit him every once in a while. And, you know, sometimes we just sit down in front of his PS, his PlayStation, and we just play games that he has and all that. And, you know, we've played through some of his Assassin's Creed titles. So, for example, we played Assassin's Creed 3, we played Black Flag, Unity, Syndicate, and of course he also has Assassin's Creed Origins, and possibly Odyssey as well, if I remember correctly. So, Lord knows, maybe one day I'll play those with him as well when I visit. I'm sure I will. And, thing about them is, Assassin's Creed games, people might be wondering, do I actually own any myself? The answer to that is yes, I do. I have Assassin's Creed Black Flag on Steam. So Black Flag, of course, is the one that's all about pirates, and things like that. And whilst from a narrative point of view, Black Flag wasn't the most amazing game, I will say that the naval mechanics of Black Flag do make it stand out from all other Assassin's Creed games. A lot of people at the time, I think, said it's great as a pirate game, just not as an Assassin's Creed. Because that's the thing, Black Flag, I think, was the start of that kind of period where Ubisoft were really milking Assassin's Creed as a franchise, and they churned out Unity and Syndicate very quickly. And I did really enjoy the pirate theme of Black Flag. I loved the ship mechanics of it. They were really, really fun. And that's one reason why, for me, Assassin's Creed Unity, the one that came after set in the French Revolution, was always kind of forgettable. Because, it looked great. And its character designs were awesome. And the setting itself looked good. But the problem was, of course, that Unity, because of its setting, there were no naval mechanics. And so after the mechanics of Black Flag, it really did, to me at least, just feel like a step down. Which is a shame, I'm sure that with the right polish, Unity could probably have been a really standout game. And then, of course, you got Syndicate. And Syndicate was a bit better than Unity. I enjoyed it a bit more. But the problem I sometimes had with Assassin's Creed games was that they could get very long.
Must find vitamins.
Need something to get his strength back, so probably steroids or, nutrients, something like that. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to jump cut, because I'm going to take a momentary break from the recording here, because it's getting late. I need to go and get myself some food. And once I've had some food, once I've sorted myself out with that, we'll continue on, because I think we've, by the looks of it, only got a couple more crates to find, and then I imagine the story will probably wrap up. So, oh god. Well, that's a slightly alarming idle animation. So, see you in a second, everybody. Thingy bobber. Because somebody once claimed it, maybe, and it wasn't actually true. Just to try and get all the Rayman 2 fans excited. Okay, here we go. Underwater, everybody. Get all this treasure. Oh, fish, hello. No piranhas in this area, though, unfortunately. I like how he swims as well, using his hair as a propeller. Okay, on we go. Yeah. Okay, here it is. I knew it. Told you we'd have to face this thing. Oh god, he's got like a fish robot as well. Hello there. Oh!